All right, y'all. Two weird black guys back at it again. Been a minute since we had, a real geeky conversation.
Oh, this is gonna be
We about to get
geek-tastic.
into it. Go back to 2005 on you motherfuckers. Netflix has recently put up Avatar: The Last Airbender. We're gonna review each book, detailed review on each episode, each character, each whatever else. You know,
Storyline, the just the layers of maturity.
Well, we don't got to go into that because we only got book one. Focus on book one. We don't talk about.
I mean, I'm just talking about book one. I'm halfway through book two, and
Oh damn!
yeah, but I can't stop. I can't stop.
Well,
It's got
I
me like
stopped
that.
because we ain't even did this yet, so I ain't trying to take too much information in.
Ooh, I didn't think about that.
But here, where I got the. Can you see that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I got all the episodes. I'm trying to make this bigger. Won't let me make it bigger. Fuck.
Make you bigger.
No, I want the screen to be bigger. Our screen to be bigger.
Oh.
Show small active speaker. Well, we're just gonna look at this for a minute and we'll go back to our faces, All right. Episode 1, book 1.
Start of it all.
The Boy in the Iceberg. All right. Good episode.
I thought it was a really good start. It's a nice little introduction to what's going on. The opening is a little different than the rest of the series, but I mean, it's the pilot episode.
Yeah, when I first saw it, because I have a thing with like accidentally seeing something that's going to be cold as fuck first episode out of nowhere. And just the same way with Pokemon. I didn't know Pokemon was coming on, but I seen it the first fucking episode and I was stuck, for years. So yeah, when it first aired, it showed I think both episodes, the first episode and the second episode, back to back.
They typically do that when they air it.
And I was confused. I was like, is this a movie? What the fuck is this? This looks amazing. Well, it couldn't be a movie. This is too much. Well, he knows air bending, there's water bending, there's fire bending. I'm like, what is this?
What is this bending stuff? What is this? These people use martial arts to control elements and shit?
So you first meet Katara and Sokka. My daughter kept saying Sokka over and over again because I was watching it and she was, she had to be there. She kept saying Sokka over and over again. Sokka.
Sokka, her favorite character?
I guess, man. He be bending these bitches.
Sokka do be pulling it.
Oh yeah, he don't play. So you first get introduced to those two characters first, and then Katara. She's your first bending you see is her water bending and fucking up, and she doesn't really know how to water bend. Only water bender in the southern water tribe.
Okay. The only one.
Only one.
But their southern water tribe is pretty tiny.
Yeah, it's like where D was born. Small little city, couple people, everybody's related. Brown people.
Think about the implication of that. I mean, I'm sure it wasn't always like that. Like that's what this 100-year war has done.
Well, a lot of the guys left though too. Remember that?
Yeah.
Fire. So it was more dudes there, and it's kind of weird that nobody's a waterbender, but whatever. So you meet Aang.
Well, you find out, but yeah, we'll get to that later.
Yeah, you meet Aang, and he fucking flies in the air. I think that was the first thing. He sneezes and flies in the air.
20 feet in the air, yeah.
Yeah, and then he takes Katara on these little fun little journey because all he wants to do is have fun. He's a kid. He's a child.
Yeah, like he is the most childish
child.
Like he's about more childish than the little kids. Like he's very much 100% just a fun-loving kid.
Yeah.
And they established that like first thing off the rip, no questions asked.
You have a kid on your hands.
Yeah.
And
because I think he's the youngest. Well,
Toph is the youngest, but we ain't get to that yet.
No, she's not.
She's younger than him. Yeah. She was definitely younger than him. If you want me to look that up,
like 14.
No. She was like young. Let me look that up just in case, even though it has nothing to do with book 1
at all.
But yeah, so you get to that, and then the second episode, you realize he's the Avatar. He didn't tell anybody because he didn't want to be the Avatar to begin with.
Right. There's a lot of responsibility to tell. What is it? They later on in the series, I think it's episode 3. They talk about like when they wait to tell them because it's just a kind of responsibility.
I was wrong. They're the same age. Okay. He I guess the same toys. I don't know if that was the episode that they even explained that though. Avatar Returns.
No.
That might have been episode.
That's the Southern Water Temple or Southern Air Temple.
12. No, I think it was 12. The Storm. The Storm episode is when they go back into his past. I think. Yeah. That's it. Yeah, it's the Storm episode. The Southern Air Temple one is. I think he just fucking goes crazy. So we can get into that now. Southern Air Temple. He goes to his air temple. He's thinking, well, you couldn't kill every airbender, you know. Y'all motherfuckers.
Yeah, like, I mean, you can't even get to the air temples, I think is something he says.
Yeah.
Like, you need to be able to fly to get there, so.
Yeah, it's because their intelligence and their technology is what really got them to take over the world more than anything, because that's the only thing you can really have, because you didn't really. The balance was only the comet, right? The comet, and then
that's how it started, yeah.
The comet is how they started, but I doubt that they killed all the airbenders on the comet too. But I don't know. I could be wrong. I don't really remember. So yeah, he the Southern Air Temple. He goes into second time he goes into episode 2. He goes into
Avatar state, but very, very minimal.
Yeah, just tornado water underneath you. Everything has to go.
Yeah, and just like knock everybody off the ship.
Simple, nice little whip.
But here he basically fucking turns into a wind nuke and blows the whole room apart.
Yeah, even though it didn't make sense because you see Sokka in the back like barely holding on, and then Katara just kind of walks up to him. Didn't make sense, but whatever. Somebody had to calm him down.
Yeah.
So,
but I mean, there was some flashback in that to Gyatso and their relationship a little bit.
Their relationship, and that was his basically his father figure. His father, they didn't really have, mom and dad, so that was his.
He was like his mentor. Like I guess each of the elders picks a kid, and just like, yeah.
That's my kid. It's my little boo.
Yeah.
You didn't see any women early, and I don't even think you see any airbender women until book 3 at all, that you even know they exist.
Yeah.
You didn't see any girls playing with the boys. It was like, there is no boys. Like, what the fuck? Didn't make any sense. They brought it back at the end.
I think they in book 3 they talk about it's like they're sexually segregated, I think.
Did they say that?
I think so, because I think the Western Air Temple, is that the one in book 3?
I didn't.
Like, it was the female Air Temple, I think. Could be wrong. Haven't gotten there yet. We'll get there.
That's strange. I didn't know that. I had no idea. Next episode.
I could be wrong.
What'd you say?
I could be wrong.
Yeah, you could be, because I never heard that, but whatever. That doesn't make sense because how the fuck they having kids? They're just bringing one motherfucker over there and nothing, and then dipping back. Could be.
I mean, I don't think they lived there their entire life.
Yeah, they were moving around. Of course, Aang been to, if you know,
all over.
Yeah, he's been all over.
Which I guess well, there's an episode before that one, but
I mean, if you can fly around the world, then yeah, of course, you can move around the. If anybody's gonna be traveled people, it's gonna be the monks.
I mean, that was what they were called, air nomads.
Yeah. So the Warriors, episode 4, the Warriors of Kyoshi. Kyoshi Warriors. He jumps in, he starts fucking riding goldfish, giant goldfish, and then what was it? The Umagi?
Some kind of giant lizard.
Yeah.
Eel thing
that sprays water. I'm like, is that a waterbender?
What?
Is that like the second animal that you see water like bend?
Yeah, I guess it's kind of waterbending.
Because Appa's an airbender.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's waterbending a type. I just kind of figured it just, like there's some fish that'll spit water. So I just figured it was that fucking, and it's so massive it just spits water at you. But it very well could be bending because you got the badger moles, they earthbend. So
I think the waterbenders learned how to waterbend from the moon though. So I could be totally wrong.
Yeah.
And the airbenders learned how to airbend because of the air bison. Or the sky bison.
Yeah.
And then the firebenders dragons.
Learn from the dragons.
Yeah.
So learn from the badger moles.
And the badger moles, yeah. So yeah, we're going all over the place because we got so much goddamn information. The Warriors of Kyoshi, they wrap them up, and like, who the fuck are you?
Well, they introduced the Kyoshi Warriors who become important later, but
very important.
It's a tribe of women warriors who take after Avatar Kyoshi, who was one of Aang's previous lives when he was an airbender. So that's the thing with the Avatar. Like we find that out in the Southern Air Temple episode that every time the Avatar dies, they are reincarnated into the next one in the cycle.
Yes.
And it's air, water, earth, fire.
Wait, let me see. Is that how it goes? Wait, say it again.
Well, I'm starting with air because it's Aang, but it's air, water, earth, fire.
Yeah, I think that's how it goes. It was Kyoshi, then.
But I think it's actually like water, earth, fire, air. I think air is technically the last. But
no. You said water, air?
I said water, earth, fire, air.
Yeah, I think that's it. Because then when Kyoshi, then what's it do? Roku, then Aang, then Katara. Or not Katara, but
Korra. Or actually, I think Kyoshi was like way before. I think a whole nother.
She couldn't have been. She couldn't have been because unless they died real quick. Because she was 400 years.
Well, every time you see Kyoshi, she's relatively young.
Well, I mean, Aang was young too, and everybody was young.
No, I mean, when you see the representation of the Avatar in its past life, it's when they died. Because you see Roku, he's an old man. But when you see Kyoshi, she's relatively young.
That's true. But Aang, did Aang die young?
Avatars you see are pretty young.
Did Aang die young then? Because he wasn't old in his stature and core.
Yeah, Aang died young. They explained why he died, but he died pretty young.
Why did he die? You know what? No. Nah, let's not do it.
Avatar state for 100 years, like it drained his life.
Wait, say it again.
Because he was in the Avatar state for 100 years. When he was frozen in the iceberg, he was in like a constant Avatar state for 100 years.
Oh, I didn't know.
And that drained his life force.
Well, damn, nigga, how many years did he get? 150, 160, some crazy number?
He wasn't even that old.
Oh, really? Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah, and he was relatively young. Because when you see him, he's a middle-aged man. There's no gray in his beard. He's got a brown beard.
It's true. I'm going to have to look into that because I didn't know.
Well, I think Tenzin, his son, is older looking than him.
Yeah. Damn, what was gonna say? Nothing. I ain't had nothing.
Oh,
Right?
but when we talk about the Kyoshi Warriors, it's a tribe of women who take after Avatar Kyoshi. So it's like women warriors, and Sako kind of, excuse me, a sexist dick and was like downplaying them, and they schooled the fuck out of them. But a testament to, you know, the awesomeness of Sokka. Like, he swallowed his pride and was like, yeah, you're better than me. Teach me.
Yeah.
Help me be better.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about Sokka after we get through the episode and talk about all the characters and everything. He sucked it up, and then they taught him how to fight, and motherfucking knew how to. He picked up fighting.
Yeah.
The firebenders come.
Zuko, and Aang and the Warriors.
Which Zhang should have hanged on to those fans. That was like he was fucking people up with those.
That would be an amazing earthbending weapon. I'm just saying.
Why is it an earthbending weapon? Airbending. Okay, yeah, that's what I was like. Why didn't you use that?
Sorry, but Kyoshi was an earthbender. She started as an earthbender, but she had fans like an airbender.
Or she was just a nice, sexy lady.
She wasn't, though.
Wasn't she big? She was big as hell, though.
She was big as shit.
Yeah, she was a big ass.
Big old dykey girl.
So you didn't have to do all that, but I guess maybe all the avatars have to date women.
What?
Or maybe all the avatars have to date women. Because Korra.
Maybe. I doubt it. I don't think the airbending chick, well, didn't know enough about her. You only started passing. But anyways, King of Omashu kind of started off as a fun little episode, but it definitely revealed some history of Aang.
Yeah. He was learning about because I think he didn't really know about any other past lives.
No, not really. Because they've never been in contact with him yet.
Yeah. So then you go to the next episode, episode 5, the King of Omashu. God, I can't do the pronunciations on this, but Omashu. He goes in there, he's fucking having fun, he's gliding. The cabbage dude has his first appearance in it, gets his cabbages knocked the fuck off. Yeah, fuck your cabbages, nigga.
Them cabbages look good as shit, though.
They look fresh, man. He's got some fresh cabbage.
I know they were talking shit at the beginning about his rotten cabbages. The cabbages didn't look rotten to me. The cabbages look yummy.
Very delicious cabbage. Shout out to you. So yeah, the King of Omashu, he goes to pass fun. They get captured. Rock candy. Pretty simple episode. He's
got trials that he has to have to save his friends' lives.
And turns out the king who's giving all these challenges to him is his old friend Bumi, King Bumi.
Crazy redhead earthbending.
Apparently, he's probably 100. He's definitely over 100. And
he looked younger than Aang in the flashback.
It didn't matter. It was 100 years past, so he's definitely over 100.
Yeah,
he was probably 100.
Dude is swollen. Well, he's cut as fuck.
He's cut as fuck. He's probably one of the strong. I think he's, besides Toph, maybe he was stronger than Toph before. You know what? Let's not get into book 2 and other books. Let's talk about this. He's the strongest.
So far as we know, this is the strongest earthbender we have.
Strongest earthbender, yes. And motherfucker did cool tricks. He probably had the coolest tricks too. I think he was doing really cool shit. And that fight was dope. Aang is doing a tornado and he throws a boulder at him, and then the air throws it back. And Aang wasn't strong enough to beat him. Period. He's just stronger than him. He was smarter, wiser.
He's got 100 years of training over him. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was dope. You learn his friend is still alive and he's strong as shit and he's a king. So next episode 6, Imprisoned. Didn't really like this episode. I didn't like the episode where the earthbenders are just stuck on a metal ship and they won't fight, and the son he gets captured because an old man snitches on him. Shout out to 6ix9ine. I didn't really like that episode that much.
Dude totally pulled a 6ix9ine.
He's like, there he is, right there.
And I don't know why you would do that. Kid totally saved your life.
Yeah,
he got totally earthbend and crush your head like a grape. Whatever.
I
hate it. It's one of the more. So I will say, watching this, Avatar doesn't have necessarily a lot of straight 100% filler episodes.
That was kind of a filler, though, to me.
Well, I mean, it gave Katara some characterization. It showed how strong-willed she is, and like she's not about laying down for shit.
Yeah, it did. I mean, if you take the episode out, you don't really need it until I think the season 2. Yeah, season 2 he comes back. They come back into it, but I didn't really enjoy it.
The Darkest Day, but whatever.
Next episode, Winter Solstice. His first experience with the spirit world.
Yeah.
Another episode I could live without. It was cool. He rode I think he talked to the dragon, and there was a panda that was
dragon showed him where he needed to go. Yeah.
Panda was pissed. Yeah, this episode was needed. It says 7 and 8, so it was 2 episodes. Sokka gets grabbed up by the panda. It's funny to me though when he's like, here, he's like, ah, and he's like grabbing him and he motherfucking disappears. It was a cool episode. Cool 2 episodes, important episodes.
Yeah. I like it.
Say again?
I liked it.
It was cool. It was better than In Prison. I think In Prison might be the worst one. On all of it. So.
I give that to 15, but
yeah, that was yeah. All right,
I like that it showed that Aang is flawed, but yeah, I could have done like okay, I guess.
He's a kid.
Yeah, but I thought we were on a time crunch.
So we got the water bending scroll. I like that episode. That was a good episode.
Yes. Because you finally have to start seeing some actual water bending from Katara, like some real.
Not really. I think it was really Aang who was learning more, and she was kind of pissed that he was killing it.
Well, it did piss her off, but it showed that she was able to get it pretty quickly. Because by the end of the episode, obviously she's not going to be on Aang's level because he's the fucking Avatar, but she was able to use the move just backwards.
Yeah. It was him versus pirates. Katara steals a water bending scroll from pirates, which they should have put pirates in more because I like the pirates. Pirates are really cool. They fucked shit. They fought against Zuko comes and they team up and they find Aang they find Katara training on the water
and kidnap her.
We don't really talk about Zuko enough. Actually, we haven't talked about enough because he's really a protagonist. He's a protagonist with enemies as well. Because when is the general come in place? Where is he at? I don't even remember what episode he jumped in and you meet.
He was in 4.
4. Yeah, and they have their issues.
They have their Agni Kai.
And Zuko is clearly stronger. So let's get back to it. The waterbending scroll. It was just like I don't even get why she stole it, motherfucker. You could have memorized that shit. It said like 8 moves and that was it. Memorize that shit, bitch.
Yeah, but you gotta have the perfect form and stance. And remember, she don't know shit about waterbending. This is all at this point is all self-taught.
And you see her getting
because they really have to run across a waterbender like that.
It's true. Jet was a good episode. That could have been 2 episodes. It was such a good episode. It felt like it was 2.
It was a very dark episode. Like, dude was ready to slaughter an entire town. He was ready to drown an entire town. It was kind of dark.
It was, but it made sense.
I don't know. Can't really vibe with that. Ends justify the means type of shit.
I mean,
because at that point, because that was the thing. Like, Fire Nation are there. There's also like innocent people who are basically under subjugation of the Fire Nation, and you just want to wipe them all out.
I get why he did it though. I mean, he was doing it to get rid of all the Fire Nation down there.
That doesn't do shit. Like, that's one village of Fire Nation. Like, he's a terrorist.
He's a terrorist. I like his story arc though. Very good story arc. Not in this one episode.
Yeah, I'm trying to not say that. I'm just saying that, like, it's a dark episode. Jeb was a dark person. Yeah, they do a story arc really good. Jet, I don't like him as a character. Like, he's not a likable character. Like, really,
he is.
He want to kill the whole town.
Yeah, but that's just one part of him, because I think he comes around in the when you're in the Earth Kingdom. So yeah, I like the episode. They team up with some kids. They have a tree house. That's just cool as fuck. They I don't know what you're eating, but you look like you're enjoying the fuck out of it. He has a squad. He has a whole thing. They could have did something on Jet's team and them trying to survive.
Yeah, the whole of them in the army.
I like the first scene where they're in there and they find the Fire Nation and they're fighting, and fucking Jet comes and he's fucking everybody up with his weird swords that don't make sense. You got hooks.
That's an actual sword, though.
You say again?
I believe that's an actual sword.
I mean, it's a weird sword. It's just hooks. I don't get it.
Yeah.
He was beating the fuck out of people, jumping around, moving around, and everybody was doing their thing except Sokka couldn't really. Sokka didn't trust him to begin with. I feel like Sokka might be your favorite character because of this. He knows what he's doing.
Low key, I do that. Sokka for me is definitely up there, especially considering he's a non-bender. Like, Sokka has some slapstick moments, but he does handle himself very well.
Yeah.
All things considered. Like, he is almost consistently outpowered and outmatched, and he does all right.
Strategically, mentally, he's always on point.
Yeah.
The Great Divide, that's a real, you could take that episode away and it means nothing. You don't bring that back in at all.
Yeah, that's definitely almost 100% filler.
Yeah, it's okay with me. It's not a bad episode. It's, they make.
But there is some characterization of the gang. You see their mentality a little bit, the differences between them.
Yeah, I mean, he learns how to be how to manage people with, further. He doesn't really use that I don't think as a kid, but I'm sure that helped him as an adult.
Definitely.
Yeah, it was a great episode. They go through a canyon, have a real country ass
hillbilly and aristocrat type thing.
And they fucking fighting spider. What are they called? Spider crawlers.
Well, I don't know.
Cannon
I don't know.
crawlers.
They have so many different names for shit.
They were fucking them up, and because everybody brought food. We don't even have to get into that episode. Let's move on. The Storm is a good episode. It's really where you see how Aang was chosen.
It shows the Aang backstory, how he ended up in the iceberg.
And how he was, and then that's like the only time you really see how he really acted around in the air temple with other kids and stuff. And you see him, he teaches them how to ride the air scooter. And then you see that after he's the Avatar, they're like, you can't really fuck with us because it's not fair. And I was like, this nigga. I ain't learned shit yet.
I mean, but Aang was already an air-bending master at that point. Yeah, that's what the arrows signify.
Yeah, you don't have to even say that. Yeah, he was an air-bending master at 12.
So that should have let some kids know something off the rip. Like, why are these niggas just so good at airbending?
Because he's the Avatar. Maybe that's probably it.
I definitely think it has something to do with it. He's done this a few times.
Yeah, he's lived this life a couple times,
Just a couple.
Just a couple. The Storm, though, but the episode, you see that his master wasn't gonna let him take him, because that's why he ran away, is because they were gonna split him up. But
right.
he was like, nah, fuck that. I wasn't gonna do it. But Aang doesn't know that. He writes a letter, dips, storm, iceberg, next, episode 1.
Which is really kind of sad if you think about it. Like, but maybe not. You never know.
I mean, it was
just like he ran away, and dude was gonna run away with him, and he might have been okay, but we wouldn't have the story we have now. So
yeah, you would have never met him. He might have died. You never know.
He might have died. You're right, and that would have been all of the Airbenders.
Yeah. The next episode, one of the big episodes, I would say that was this. If you look at the date, that was like the mid-season finale. The Blue Spirit.
That was when there was kind of with Zuko's antagonism.
Katara and Sokka get sick. Aang goes out looking for
some frozen frogs.
Frozen frogs to heal him. Then he get captured by the fire.
General dude.
Say it again.
General Zhao.
Admiral
Zhao.
Yeah, Admiral at that point. Then he took some marksmen, some arrows. What was
I forgot what they were called, but they were dope with the arrows.
Yeah, they were doing some shit. I was like, that don't even make sense. Them niggas is chasing Aang. They shot arrows into the tree, then just flew with him and was like, fuck it, we falling too. Like, wait a minute, what did these niggas learn wherever they were taught?
They some just murderers. We might not be able to bend, but we fucking kill you with these arrows.
You see, Aang, I thought Aang was gonna get out of it because he froze some water with some, frozen water, got a wall, so the arrows would hit him, and then they broke that bitch. 4 or 5 of them niggas, they said, fuck out of here with that. They didn't even hurt the little nigga. They got that nigga wrapped up and tied up and ready to go.
Like a Christmas hog.
The Blue Spirit comes in, saves him, breaks him out. There's a couple times where he gets saved. Aang, you see, he's not perfect. He's just a kid.
But he's not all powerful. Like, he's still, I think they do a very good job of repeatedly reminding us, like, he's still a kid. Like, this is a kid.
Yeah. So
he might be an airbending master, but he's a kid, and he's definitely thinks like a kid sometimes.
Of course. Yeah. There's some really good fighting scenes in the Blue Spirit where they're teaming up, fighting, and getting away from the Fire Nation and
Admiral Zhao.
Sage. All right.
Oh, the baby.
Say hey.
Yeah. All right.
Get the phone. Get the phone. All right, she's not leaving. All right, it's not that funny.
But I am.
Not letting go of me. Are you naked? What do you can't see you. Oh, okay, there you go. All right, back to what we were doing.
Little family man interruption.
Yeah, a little.
But yeah, they get into a fight. The Blue Spirit and Aang fight their way out, and then the Blue Spirit gets knocked out by an arrow.
Fuck out with a motherfucking perfect in the middle of the forehead.
Went straight to sleep.
Wait, say it again?
Oh, I said he went straight to sleep.
Oh, he went to sleep for a minute. Aang had to drag him into the forest. That was dope. And you
find out it's Zuko, and I think it complicates Zuko a little bit at this point.
Definitely.
Like, I get it. He wants to be the one that captured the Avatar, but I don't know. It just, you start to see little cracks like, all right, this nigga might not be all bad.
You like him, though. Like, I like Zuko.
I do too. I end up liking him very much. At first, he's kind of not even kind of. He's dead. When they bring his sister, it's like, oh, he could have been so much worse.
I hate the way they made him look in the beginning. It looks horrible. I can't wait till that episode where them niggas cut that bullshit off.
Like, this series ends up ending like, and I get it. It's hard for Iroh to be so like spiritual and mentally open and just not really mentality-wise a part of the Fire Nation. Like low-key, I think Iroh would have been the best thing for the Fire Nation to have been their leader.
Now get into that. So that was like the season finale. Aang saves him. He says, "Hey man, we could have been friends, a couple 100 years ago or 100 years ago." Yeah. That nigga don't even give a second. That nigga said, fire, Mitch. So that was season finale. Now you get into the second half of the season.
Right. And here we go with the throwaway episode.
The fortune teller. But then you get to see the Katara.
Really they've hinted at it, but it's kind of like you really know now. Like, oh, okay, he's feeling her too, or he's feeling her. You suspect she's feeling him, but it's still kind of filler episode.
And that's another thing we need to talk about is the creative ass animals they put together. Because what was the platypus bear?
Yeah,
I like that. That was cool.
He shits out the egg whenever he gets scared. Yeah,
that shit was dope. And it was like dinner, and he fucked that up. Sokka was being a hater that entire episode.
He was, but he wasn't wrong.
He wasn't wrong, but he kind of was wrong. That bitch was right. He was definitely
right. Hardcore. And that's kind of a flaw in Sokka. Sokka a hater. Sokka rip.
Yeah, but that's a good thing about Sokka. You need a hater in part of the team to hate on niggas because he hated on Jet.
I mean, he's always questioning his shit. Like, I don't think that's what that
is. Bitch. Yeah. Good episode. I like that episode. It was more of a funny episode more than anything. But yeah, like I said, we had so many good animal combinations. Like the beginning, the first episode was the sea turtles, the penguin turtles. Those are pretty cool. Was that penguin turtles? No, that wasn't penguin turtles. Those were, what were those?
Seal penguins. Penguin seals.
Penguin seals.
Because they went penguin sledding.
Whatever King Boomy had, whatever that nigga had, that was a pretty cool animal. Whatever his pet animal is Fluffy, whatever that.
Oh yeah,
like a monkey, a gorilla bunny, or something like that.
I don't know. They just called him Flopsy. Yeah. He was like a werewolf, rabbit, monkey hybrid thing.
Dog-looking thing. Cool though. I liked it. Next episode, Bato the Water Tribe. Don't really want to talk about it. We can skip it. They meet their dad. His dad tells him.
Aang does some fucked up shit, but it wasn't really like he didn't have to let her that long. A little bit of overreaction.
Yeah, whatever.
But still, it's some fucked up shit.
We don't have to even talk about it. The deserter though, that's a fire episode. No pun intended. He's starting to learn fire bending, and even the deserter, he's like, you shouldn't like. Who's that? Who's the voice of him? What was that dude? The voice of one of the little Star. Not Star Wars, but the other motherfucking shit. Star Trek, the Asian dude with the really.
I know who you're talking about.
Asian dude.
George Takei.
Isn't he gay? I think he's gay.
But he's gay.
His voice is, I think, he's the deserter, I believe.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I think it is. It sounded like him. He has a very distinctive voice.
He does have a very distinct voice.
Dope ass fucking episode. He's trying to learn firebending. He says, I think Because I guess he was supposed to learn water, earth, then fire.
He's got to go. He's got to go in order. You're supposed to go in the order, and he was trying to skip the order, and because you got to. I guess you apply other things that you learn from the other bending. That's one of my thought processes as I go through this. Looking at shit I didn't look at before.
It makes sense though. I mean, it makes perfect sense. Like, when are you gonna learn? When are you gonna find another firebender to teach you? So I get why. That was so.
Yeah, but you gotta the universe. You gotta trust the process.
But then, even his what's his name? The avatar before him.
Who?
What is his name? The avatar.
Roku. Avatar Roku.
Roku? Yeah, Roku fucking yelled at him and said, "You ain't gonna teach me, bitch? How dare you?"
I mean, he's still the fucking avatar. Like, he would be a mad dismissive.
Maybe he didn't even see that because he wasn't supposed to learn from him. You find out in the end he wasn't supposed to learn from him. So the Northern Air Temple, that was a good episode. It was like a W but a L episode. He goes to the Northern Air Temple. There's people there, but they're gliding and all that, and
they're industrializing the air temple, and that's very holistic, live off the land type people.
Yeah, and Aang kind of was like, "I don't really fuck with this."
Yeah, like you fucking everything up. But then he got shit. At least people are living here.
Yeah, they're just like the crab. They're using the temple the same way. It was a good episode. They were battling. Those are like a real war battle episode.
That was a very war-like episode. Yeah, that was the battle of the Northern Air Temple. Shit.
Yeah, Battle of the Northern Air Temple. That was a dope episode. You even have the kid in the wheelchair flying on you motherfuckers.
Dropping bombs.
Dropping bombs and smoke bombs and gunk. Good episode. They fought, but then they gave you don't even learn that until what? I don't know, maybe season 2 where
3.
They gave them what's it called? The air balloons.
Is it 2 or 3?
Could be 3. I don't know. It's whatever. I don't know. I just know that
it might be 2. I think it's the end of 2.
It was fucked up that they gave him. It was fucked up, and I think even the dad realized, like, damn, we gave him some crazy shit.
We gave them what they wanted. Like, that's what he was going to give them had Aang not shown up. Like, that was the new technology he was going to show them.
And Sokka, kind of mastered the technology so they could use it. And maybe they could have used it anyway because they're firebenders. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it makes it easier for them because you just got to heat the air and got your fits.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Good episode. Great episode. Waterbending master, best fighting of the whole season, period.
Katara versus Master Paku?
Yeah, that shit was fire.
It was. It really showed how, because this is someone who I really liked Katara too, but this is really someone who hasn't really been taught waterbending. Like, all that shit she was doing is self-taught and determination.
Yeah, and it came out like a motherfucker. He said, "Come out here, fight."
There was no way she was gonna win, but put up a fight.
Put up a fight. Then he learns that that could have been his granddaughter or some shit.
Yeah, but I guess I gave him a change of heart. I don't really like that about face because of who she was.
It was that, and that she, gave him a real fight so young and not knowing anything.
But it felt like he changed his mind after he realized who she was.
Yeah.
And that just kind of, I would have preferred it had it been like,
he
figured out who he was and he still talked shit because he felt some kind of way, and she changed his mind just straight up off of proving that, like, I'm a Southern Water Tribe peasant, and like I gave you a fight.
Yeah, and I had no master for my whole life, and I'm a girl.
And
Girl power. And then the Siege of the North was a great episode. I love the
fantastic
animation
season finale. Fantastic. I thought it was very good. You incorporate a lot of the aspects of the show into it. You got a lot of bending, a lot of character development,
spirit
and
world.
then a lot of spirit shit.
Scary to me. That was scary. I was like, that motherfucker in the spirit zone, and he might get his face taken.
Right? But hey, he held up. Go the face steal.
Then Sokka's girl gets deleted from the earth because they don't even got a body after that. It's just sad.
She becomes the moon.
She becomes the moon. Great episode. Great. There's so much packed into this one season. It's kind of nuts. So much happened.
It's a lot.
So let's break this down. So General Iroh, is that it? General Iroh?
Yeah.
He
or Uncle Iroh.
You find out, what was that end of season 2, what he did, where he goes into the library, finds out that where the yin and yang, the ocean and the moon spirit lies, grabs the moon, blows it up. The whole cartoon turns red. Or was it black and white? Which one was it? Red when he takes it out of the water, black and white when he kills
the fish, it turns red. And he removes her from the water. It turns red.
Which doesn't make sense. Water bending, they lose water bending because of that?
The moon's gone.
Yeah, I didn't like that they lost water bending, but
why? The moon's like, it's not there. Like, they don't have, I guess the red was to signify they don't have to the moon, and it was the full moon. So that's why everything turned red. Like, when the sun came up, I'm sure it wouldn't be red anymore. But it was like they lost access to the moon. The moon's not there. It's not. Everything's thrown off of balance.
It's true.
And waterbenders, if nobody else is about balance.
That's true. And in my opinion, the strongest bending of the 4. Yeah, so they start losing, and then Aang is like, nah, fuck that. And even this ocean spirit, they combine and they just start fucking shit up. Just
fucking everything up.
Well, we skipped Zuko.
Like,
wait, we skipped
none of the smoke.
Oh yeah, they bend it down. They were like, nah, nigga, you got it. You take it. It's yours. But we got to get back to Zuko. Zuko steals Aang.
He does.
Even before that nigga just does some weird shit. He just goes underwater and is like, fuck it, I'm going underwater. And I'm going to
He did some, like, secret agent spy shit.
That nigga had no idea where he was going. He said, where are they going? Let's just go. And
let's just find out. If you know that water's cold.
Cold as shit. You're in ice. And you got that was so crazy to me. And then he goes into the thing that water's coming out. Then he just pushes through. I was like, that's nuts. No one ever in life could do that. And then he just melts the top because he almost died. He's like, oh, and then he's like, nah, I can't die. Like he's pushed by fear. He's so much will in Zuko. So much fucking will.
There is. Zuko's a very strong-willed, like, and it's not something you don't learn until second season, but like that's something his mom instilled in him. But he's just identified it in him, and it's something I guess he ends up taking pride in. But like, dude will not back down.
Won't back down, especially when let's not talk about that because I'm about to talk about his sister. Doesn't have nothing to do with book 1.
No.
Actually, does. You see it in the end of book 2. Or
at the very
end of book 1. Very end of book
like,
1. And she's the best villain, period. There's no better villain in this entire series than her.
I agree.
So Zuko does that, grabs him, then he comes back on his spirit. Aang is he has so much pity, he grabs him, even though he's knocked the fuck out, and takes him back.
It would have been the end of all of his problems right there. Like, let this nigga.
No, it would have been the end of his problems, but the beginning of his problems, because who taught him at the end?
But you don't know this yet, not from his point of view at that moment.
You're right.
And I'm sure it would have caused more problems because I don't see Iroh taking that line down. Avatar, no Avatar. I'm sure he would feel some kind of way. And Dragon of the West is not to be fucked with.
So what was that? Yeah, so Aang destroys the entire. He just destroys out the whole fire fleet.
Fire
Left and
Nation,
right.
Left, right, center. He just wrecks shit.
Even the boats, he's slicing them with the water. I was like, ooh, this nigga's on a rampage.
You think he killed people?
He definitely. Oh, he killed General Og because remember them niggas was fighting, and then that nigga he was like, "Take my hand." He was like, "No, I'm going with the water."
He killed himself. He killed himself.
I mean, Aang definitely submerged that nigga.
Because at the end of the series, that's a thing, and that was a very. When we get there, I got something to say about it, and it's not possible. But
yeah, that didn't make any. Yeah, if you think about the end, like he was in Avatar state, he definitely killed General Iroh because he's dead. And
General Zhao.
Damn, man, fucking weird names. General Zhao definitely died, and it was definitely because of Aang.
It was Aang and the.
Okay, both of them did it. They both killed him. He's dead.
Killed that person. Okay, so I'm just saying that makes the end of the series even worse.
Yeah. Yeah. Great end of the
dude. I mean, we didn't talk about it. Dude ends up killing the ocean or the moon spirit, and that's when it turns black and white, and that's when like it just you get this feeling like dude really fucked something
up. Yeah, it was
yeah.
It.
And then Sokka's first girlfriend, she turns into the moon. She gives her life back. Turns into the moon.
Second chick of this I think it's it though, right?
He flirted with Suki. He flirted with Suki, but it wasn't really like.
Nah, he still had a girl. He's like, nah, I got a girl, nigga. Fuck out.
Nah, he was smitten with Yuri.
I don't remember.
I forget her name.
But yeah, I think great end of the season, great episode. You see his sister at the end, who you learn is a goddamn menace, and she is unstoppable will, and just she might have just the same amount of will, but when she loses, she goes crazy. Let's not talk about it. It's the end of the season 3, damn near. So it is
the last episode.
Who's your favorite? Who's your top 3 favorite characters of season 1?
So we're just talking about season 1.
Just season
Sokka,
1.
Sokka, Katara, Zuko.
Respectful. Very respectful. I'm going Jet, Zuko, Sokka.
I can't give that a pass. Especially not in book 1. Especially not after where we leave him. Like, that's just. Because, I mean, to me, I'm getting the feeling you got season 2 Jet, like, bleeding into that. Because we talking, like, that, then it's got to be Iroh. Like, I really liked Iroh at the end of season 1, moving definitely into season 2. And dude's a boss, obviously, in season 3. But definitely Sokka, just his mentality, like, he's the fucking voice of reason. Katara's, like, determined, like, her just, like, so what, I'm a fucking girl. Like, I don't give a fuck, I'm going to do it myself. Like, I'm going to do it.
Yeah, I like her. I like her, too. I mean, there's so many characters I like. Season 2,
the show is very well done. Even, like, little side characters were done pretty good. Like, the conflict with the dude at the Northern Air Temple. Even though he's kind of like, and not necessarily a throwaway character, but he comes back. But, at the time, it feels like a filler episode. Even though they bring it back around later, like,
they bring it back.
Yeah. He has a real conflict. Like, they're going to kill me and my son. Like, they're going to kill us. So we got to do what we got to do. Again, even though I don't like him, Jet, you agree that he has a justifiable position.
He hates the fire. He hates the Fire Nation, not just the army. He hates everybody because his parents got killed. It's understandable.
Right, and I get that, but he was gonna wipe out an Earth Kingdom town. Like it wasn't like they weren't in the Fire Nation. That wasn't a town of Fire Nation people.
But he looks at it like they wiped out his entire village. So why not wipe out an entire village?
Because then now you're just as bad as the Fire Nation, bruh. You are the thing you hate.
Sometimes you are. Sometimes you are. What are you going to do about it?
Then you're definitely not justifiable. Then, like, what the fuck are you talking about? Now you become what you hate. So now you make even less sense. Like, what are we doing, bruh? Like, stop and think about this shit. Be better than them. Don't become them, because when you become them, then you lose all justification for what you're doing. Congratulations. You just now created another jet geared towards you. You wiped out some kid's entire family, his entire village, everybody. And, like, he's from the same kingdom as you are. Like, now you just breed more hatred.
And he was conniving. He was lying. I liked him. He just had so many layers. He was willing. He was about what he was about. I liked him. But we can end it right there. You got anything else to add to it? Anything else?
I mean, what would you rate? Like, what would you rate it by itself? Because after everything, we'll rate them in reference to each other. But by itself,
season 1 was an 8.5. Maybe it'll change if I watch the other season, but I haven't watched any of the seasons yet since it's been a minute. So yeah. I know you snuck in. You're watching 2, so
I couldn't stop. I'm halfway through.
Yeah, I gotta jump on. I'll jump on season 2, episode 1.
I mean, I still because I'm so far. Like, I'm definitely gonna go back and rewatch season 2. Like, the shit watch is easy. The episodes are good. Like with season 1, like I just kept episode after episode after episode. Like, I think when I first realized it was on, and I saw it from Facebook, someone posted like Avatar's on Netflix.
You got it. Word? Hey, you got your bag in front of your camera or something. I don't know what you got in front. What is that? Get that shit out of here. Fucking cracker bag. Yeah. Yeah. It's one of those things that you can just sit there and it just swirls in. It's just a long movie. It just goes together. Everything's great. It's a great show.
So I gotta say, like, I remember I used to feel like Avatar had a lot of filler, but going back and rewatching it, it doesn't necessarily. Like, even filler episodes, it's not like anime filler. Whereas this is completely thrown out. Like a lot of Naruto. Like, these filler episodes, they matter. There's important things that happen in filler episodes that get re-referenced to later. It's all canon, I guess. It's not really filler. Everything's kind of canon.
Yeah, everything is.
Everything matters. Like, filler episodes just expand on the universe. And I think in season 1, they did an excellent job of establishing a really interesting and engaging universe.
Yeah, they usually bring everything back to another episode. So anything that happened at the beginning, like I think even the tour guide in the Great Divide, he comes and helps fight at some point during that big fight in season 2.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think everything, all the characters like Naruto, all of that, like that character, they you won't bring back any of that in that episode. But in this, it's such a it's smaller too. Of course, you got to bring back.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, when I watched it when I was younger previously, it was. I mean, I was not young when I watched it. It was an adult.
Kind of were.
But
it was like 15 years ago.
Yeah, it was like filler. I mean, it felt like filler, but now going back and rewatching it, especially knowing what you know later on, like, oh, this shit actually does matter.
Yeah.
Like the dudes at the Northern Air Temple, they end up mattering. The end of that fight ends up mattering.
Yeah. It matters a lot, actually, because in the last episode, he fights those warships that they get that from. So it all comes around.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So Yeah, we still got more to we still got season 2, we still got season 3. I don't have you
So
jumped into Korra?
from the general world building, it's a good 9.
8.5 to me, but I mean, I enjoyed it. I can't. 8.5 is enjoyable to me. Very enjoyable.
Absolutely. I'm just basing it like my initial the grab, like how this could grab someone. Like this is very early on. I could see people. I just can't see how you could not like this. I mean, I get that you could not, but it's just so enthralling. Like it's a great universe they created. From really like nothing like this has been, as far as I know, has been done.
Nope. They created a religion. They created it was everything. It's a world, animals, everything's there. Technology, the time, everything. Because even Korra was okay. I think people gave it a lot more shit than it deserved.
Absolutely.
I think the fighting was way better than any fighting that was in this series. I think the fighting was just on another level.
Korra's fighting overall, yeah, is better. But some of the top episodes, it's hard to.
Yeah, you can't beat the last episode. You can't beat. But no, like I said, like
I'm looking at Battle of Boston. So
Korra just had too many good episodes. I actually was watching clips of the Avatar movie, and I was watching like the firebenders needed fire to firebend. I was like, that's horrible.
The whole movie was horrible.
And then I was watching the scene.
I just don't understand how you can mispronounce a character's name from an American series. Like that's like it's not a pronunciation thing. Like the nigga's name is Aang, not Ong. Like
it was seriously not even something I'm worried about. I was just looking like how they did a lot of hand-to-hand combat, and I was like, they never did that in the show. Like they did it sometimes, but there was like a long hand-to-hand combat between Zuko and Ong, and I was like, this is trash. Why are they fighting like this?
I mean, you kind of got to do that in the movie because you can't. That's why I think certain live-action movies just won't work.
Yeah, this one it was bad. Like watching the clips, it was like, woof. And I can't with Netflix. I mean, I'm sure they put it on there because there's going to be an actual live action show on Netflix.
Yeah.
I don't know when. I mean, I'm sure it got pushed back. But yeah, that's all I got to say about it. We still got season 2 and season 3. I'm gonna stop the recording. Everybody, if you enjoyed it, it was dope. Go watch it.
Watch it if you haven't.
It's a dope show.
I started talking to someone who just started watching it like first time ever, and a friend of mine, like he had never seen the show, but it's on Netflix, and you're in the quarantine.
Oh yeah,
they're loving it.
Yeah, man, it's a quarantine show.
Yeah,
but yeah, 2 Weird Black Guys signing out. Peace out.